Hey, what's up guys and girls, Marcus here, and today we're coming at you with the Painting Challenge Day 17 of May. And as you can see, we have started work on the Terminators. All I've done so far is I've got the black first and second coat done on the weapons and the carapaces for the storm pistols, and I've started to do the Balthazar Gold for the weapons, as it is kind of using the same paints. I've also started work on the turrets for my Land Raider. Obviously that's next week's challenge, but it just makes sense while I've got the smaller detail brushes painted up with the colours for these guys. So obviously there's still washes to go on, the bronze to go on the trim, yellow glazing all their eyes. But yeah, that's been today's update. It's only a quick one as it is work day today, so not much done really. The focus is gone. There we go. And yeah, that's today really. As for today's question, what miniature gaming system would I create if I could create anything with intellectual property? And obviously I know there is already a Marvel game out, but I would sort of redo it in a very similar style to the Batman miniature game, but it's still kind of different at the same time. Like you would choose a main hero, so like an Avenger or a villain, and then from that you'd sort of build your squad. So for Iron Man you could assemble like an Iron Legion. For Captain America you would have the Howling Commandos. For Thor you'd have just Asgardian warriors. The Incredible Hulk, I think, would just sort of be like a solo character you could sort of intertwine in any good based army. The Fantastic Four you could maybe do as a separate faction. They're all a bit stronger, but there would sort of be a bit more of a low model count for already a pre-skirmish game. And then obviously like your villains, like Doctor Doom, you could have Doom bots, and just things like that really. Just try and make it a bit different. So essentially you sort of have one hero and then a faction, but then you could ally in other heroes and sort of do it something very similar to that, very similar to the Batman format. I think that would be quite cool. Obviously I have no idea how the normal Marvel game works at the moment. I've looked at a few minis for that and some of them do look good, but you know, it's kind of, you know, a bit of a unnecessary purchase at the moment where I'm focusing still quite heavily on 40k and things like that. But as you can see guys, that is today's update done, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye. Hey, what's up guys and girls? Again, first the apologies, yesterday video was just in front of this. Again, it was an upload failure while I was at work. It was about 6 o'clock this morning before I realised it. I thought I might as well just add on to today's. So it is a separate video. So hopefully you check that out. And today, so far, I've got my Grey Knights done. The Terminators. So they are all done. As you can see, obviously we've still got Drago on the back yet. They're still not based yet, which is what I'll be going over to next. So they are all done. And then we have our bases over here, which are just drying from the texture paint. I want to leave them to dry probably overnight, and then dry brush them quite heavily in the morning, just to make them pop a bit more. Just make sure everything is completely dry. As you can see, there is some PVA gluing on this base over here. It's just because I want to give it a try for like making like a icicle type base. I'm thinking maybe if I put like a small coat over some snow, it might sort of give it a bit more of a shine, like an ice type shine. Just playing. Just going to wait for it to dry for a couple of probably 24-36 hours, see what happens before. So obviously we've got time for the texture paint to dry and then the dry brushing to dry before I start basing anyway. So it just gives it a bit of time just so I can see what it looks like and see how it all happens. So yeah, that is everything guys. Let's go back over here towards the Terminators themselves. So yeah, this is all these guys done. And yeah, as for today's question, it is, what would you do if you had, I'm assuming it might as well just be infinite money, but you could only start one faction game, or you know, codex from scratch, which one would you start? and I thought I'd kind of put quite a bit of thought into it. I mean, personally, I love a Tau Manta. But then I started to look around, and I mean, I've been looking around at Forge World recently anyway. And I would probably have to go Ultramarines. But like for full force, I would want a 30k and 40k army. So like that crazy newish fly thing they had looked mental. The new Land Raiders look amazing. The exclusives for Warhammer World Opening or something. The new Primarch looks fantastic. And yeah, it's just a vast choice you could do a lot with. So yeah, I'm starting to consider maybe getting one, collecting one, creating, the Smurfs himself, but it's a temptation. Anyway, guys, that is all for today. I will catch you tomorrow with the next update.